In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my exact sales script, what I say and why I say what I say, and also how I use my tonality to close high ticket deals. If you want to become an online coach and if you want to sign more clients for your online coaching business, this is going to be a gem, right? So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with our sales script. This is the exact sales script that I personally use, very close, as well as a sales script that you can use if you are an online coach. Doesn't matter what type of coaching you do. You might be a fitness coach, you might be a how to make money online coach, e-com coach, productivity coach, self-improvement coach, mindset coach, health coach, sex coach, relationships coach, anything that you want to do. You can use the entire script because the way we sell is the same. The way we sell is people have problems, which is their point A. This is where they are. This is where they want to go. And there are a couple of things that are blocking them to get to the point B. And this is where we help as an online coach. And then they can get to the dream result that they want. And we get paid for that. So in every single online coach situation, it's kind of the same. Okay, let's get started. Now, number one, should you be looking at the script? Should you be talking to the prospect, or how should it work? What I do is, and what I suggest most people do is, literally divide your screen into two. On the right, have your Zoom. So right top, you or the prospect. Right bottom, the prospect or you again, like depending on whichever it is, right? And then on the left, just have your sales script. That's what I do, okay? Let's get started with the first part of the script, which is, I call this general questions. My friends, what are general questions? General questions are literally you being a human being. And whenever someone hops on the call saying, hey man, how you doing? Hey Josh, how's it going, man? How's your day going, right? How's the weather in wherever the fucking you live? How's the weather in Toronto? How's the weather in London? Just being a human being for a little bit, because and then we're going to dive into our actual sales conversation. But before we get into that, build just a little bit of rapport with people. Now, the problem that most people face is, most people, when I say this to them, they actually start to have like a normal conversation with them. And when they start to have this normal conversation with them, what happens is they have a 5 to 10 minute general questions, and it kind of like the frame of the sales call is being broken now. And when the frame of the sales call is being broken, they get to ask you any question they like. What happens is it is really difficult to get it back. So just ask 1, 2, 3 questions, keep it around 1 minute, and then right after that, ask them, hey man, would you like to get started? And then hop into the second thing, which is the leading question. So the leading question is actually something that you probably don't hear a lot, even if you learn a lot of sales. Why? Because it's something a little advanced and it's a really good positioning, it's really good framing, and most people don't know how to use this, so that's why I'm going to share it with you guys. So if someone hops on a call with you, you do go through the general questions, and then you say this exact same sentence. And you can use this for literally every single coaching business that you have. Just to give you a small heads up, my friend, I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions to understand where you currently are. What are you currently struggling with, and where you want to go? And if I think I can help you go to where you want to go faster and easier, I'm going to make you an offer. And if I don't think I can help, I'm going to give you my best advice on this call so that you can take that advice and leave for free. Is that fair? Now, why do we say this? Number one, I literally wrote here, it sets up the frame. And the frame is we have an offer for them, and to see if this offer is actually a good match, we will be asking them a lot of questions. Now, most people who don't know how to take sales calls, they get started and they try to pull the conversation slowly to like a sales conversation, but like it kind of doesn't work. It kind of feels like it's off. It kind of feels like free coaching. Is it a sales? You don't understand. That's why in the beginning of the call, I like to say, hey bro, just to give you a small heads up, how these calls usually go is, I'm going to be asking you questions on where you are, where you want to go, what's the current problem, what are you struggling with, what's holding you back, and if I think I can help, I'm going to make you an offer. And if I don't think I can help, I'm going to give you my free advice. Is that fair? Now, when I say this, the person goes, okay, he's going to be asking me questions. He is going to be the one that asks the questions. Okay, that's a very, very important part. He is going to be the one that asks questions. I'm not going to be constantly trying to, get the conversation to where I want to go to. No, he will be the one. You will be who's taking the sales call, right? You will be the one that determines the frame. And number two, you position yourself like an authority. You say, hey, if I can see I can help, I'm going to offer you something. I'm going to look at where you are, where you want to go. Now you're an authority. Okay? And number three, when you say, is that fair? When you say, is that cool? It doesn't hit as much as when you say, is that fair? If someone says to you, yeah, it is fair, It basically means they handed you the entire sales call. Now you are the lead of the sales call. You will be asking any question that you want, and they will be answering to see if they're a good fit for a program. One sentence, very like carefully crafted. I literally worked on this sentence for a couple of like months, not like every single day obviously, but like every time I had a sales call, I was like, I can change it like this, I can change it like this. And then now this is the end version. And then the moment they say, yeah, it is fair, this is what you say. Amazing. So what brings you here? What are you currently struggling with? This sentence is also carefully crafted. Look at this. We literally tell them what brings you here, which means I didn't get you to come here, right? You came here yourself because you have a problem that you want to solve. What are you struggling with? What's the main thing you're struggling with? Because this one sentence also says, like, sometimes you book a call and the prospect doesn't really know it's a sales call, right? It's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to give you advice. Let's do a strategy call together. Let's open a call. With this 1 minute, they literally are in the frame now, okay? They'll be like, okay, you came here yourself willingly because you have a problem to solve. What is that problem? What is the thing that you want my help on? Okay? And after this, they admit that they have a pain, they have a problem. They say, hey man, I'm not booking enough sales calls. Hey man, I'm struggling to lose weight. Hey man, I'm not as productive as I want to be. I'm not attracting the girls that I want to. They give you the problem, the main problem, and then you start with the third part, which is diagnosis. So even though I've been explaining this for a while, it's going to take you like 3 minutes until you're at diagnosis, because diagnosis is the one that will take probably like around half an hour. That's why I wrote here. And it's going to be the one that actually requires not the most skill, but like the most attention to detail, because you have to understand where the person is, where they want to go, and all that jazz. When it comes to diagnosis, this is the longest part. Again, the general questions and the leading question should be done in around like 2-3 minutes, and then you should be at the diagnosis, starting with the pain, literally in like 2-3 minutes. And right after that, what you have to do is you have to understand the current situation of the prospect, which means where they are actually now. Because again, sales is where are they now? Where do they want to go? What's blocking them? Can we be the ones that actually solves what's blocking them? And when you think from that scenario, you first have to really understand the current situation. I'm going to give you 3 examples. I'm going to give you a fitness example, productivity example, growing an online coaching business example. So first example is fitness. If you're doing fitness coaching and diagnosis is here, the person is here, the conversation is beginning, you have to understand where they are. What do you ask them? Like, don't look at the script. What do you fucking ask them to understand where they are? How much do you fucking weigh? How many times do you go to the gym right now? Like, what's the current body fat that you have? How many times do you do cardio, or do you do any cardio? Like, you ask some basic fucking questions to understand where the person is, to see if you can help, right? What I wrote here. How is your current fitness level? How does your diet look like right now? Why does your diet look like that? How often do you go to the gym? What's your split? Do you skip cardio? What's your current stats of your body? Height, weight, body fat, all that jazz. You are trying to simply understand where the client is. Another example of productivity. I used to do productivity coaching in the past. And the examples I would ask are, bro, like, can you rate your productivity out of 10, brutally honestly, where you currently are right now? And they give me like a 4. And then I would ask, like, why do you think it's a 4? And then I would be understanding where the other 6 is and what are the other 4 that they're already covering. Like, how is your productivity? What's your biggest struggle right now? How is your morning and evening routine? Because it's really related to their productivity. What have you tried so far in terms of becoming more productive, and what worked, what didn't work, right? Why is your productivity so low? Like, asking all of these questions, not like a sales script, but to actually understand where the person currently is. For example, another example, growing an online coaching business. Right now, what I do, if you haven't realized it, is I help people grow an online coaching business. And because I help people with growing an online coaching business, you can be a coach about anything. I just help you get more clients and get you to $5,000 a month. What I ask nowadays is, bro, number one, how much do you make a month with your coaching business? Like, where does that money come from? Maybe they have a full-time job. Maybe they got like 2 more clients on the side, right? How many clients do you have? How do you get those clients? Do you have a social media account? Do you get them through Instagram? Do you get them through, you work at a gym? Do you get them through doing advertising, outreach? How do you get those clients, right? What is your biggest struggle right now? And what have you tried in the past? What didn't work? So again, I'm going to write this here. This is very important. Don't ask these questions to ask these questions. Your goal here is not to fucking go through a script. Your goal here is to actually understand where the person is. really having an incredible grasp on what the current situation is. Because if you can understand what the current situation is, then you can decide if you can help them or not. You can't be like if you don't go through these are very logical steps. If you don't go through these steps, where you are, where do you want to go, what's holding you back and stuff, like you technically can't have a sales conversation. Okay? So don't look at it as it's a script. These are 7 questions I have to ask back to back. No, actually try to understand the situation. So sometimes you might not follow a script. Sometimes I'm going to be talking to the prospect. Nowadays, I don't look at a script. I have all these steps in my mind. I know the general question, leading question, then diagnosis A. And how I'm going with this is whenever I feel like this part is concluded, I know, I understand, then I move into the next one. Sometimes I sit at diagnosis A for half an hour, just alone here. Why? Because I don't feel like I have a full grasp of the situation. So it depends on the situation. After you get a really good grasp on the situation, then go to the next step, right? And the next step is understanding the dream situation, which is point B. And this is the dream situation they want to be in. If they had the perfect body, the perfect business, the confidence, or the perfect productivity, essentially this is where they want to go. Like point A, point B, where do you want to go? Now, when it comes to fitness, in order for you to understand the point B, questions you might be asking might be, how do you actually want your physique to look? How do you want your workouts to look like? How often do you want to go to the gym in your ideal routine? Does your future version skip cardio? Does your future version cheat on the diet? How much of a body fat do you want to have? Is there a picture of the exact physique that you want to look like? That's like your same height whenever you lose the body fat and stuff. So basically here again, you're not trying to ask these questions and then fucking leave. You're trying to ask these questions to understand where the person actually wants to go. Because when you have a really good grasp on where they are and where they want to go, then you can actually help them. Then you can see what are they struggling with, what's holding them back to get to where they want to go to. Okay? So when it comes to productivity, how do you want your productivity to be? What sort of a morning routine do you want to have? How hard working do you want to be in the future, right? How focused do you want to be in the future? And all of these things are just literally me trying to understand after our coaching, what does this person expect from me? Where does he want to be taken to, basically? Okay? So another example, growing an online coaching business. So where do you want to be a year from now? How much do you want to make? What's the best case scenario? Hey man, I'm currently doing like my job and it's like giving me $3,000 a month. And what I want to do is with online coaching, I want to make $5,000 a month. Because if I make $5,000 a month, number one, I can quit my job, do what I love full time. Also I have like time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. Perfect. So if you achieve that, how does that life look like for you? Which I already answered that question. So why do you want to achieve that life? Yeah, because freedom is so important to me. I want to be able to spend more time with my kids. I want to be able to travel more. I want to be able to do XYZ more. And when I am stuck in this job that I hate, I can't do those things, right? Just understanding where this person actually wants to go. How does a perfect business 1 year from now look like for you? Okay? So the goal here is to get them to dream about the perfect case scenario. We need them to be visualizing and fantasizing about how life would be if they didn't have this problem and living the perfect life. If you feel like they don't feel this visualization and fantasy about their future and how amazing it's going to be, then don't skip this step and go to the next one. So in the beginning, we got the information from them on where they are. And in this step, we are trying to get them to tell us this dream that they have. Get them to tell us this beautiful situation they want to be in a couple of years from now, or a year from now, or after 3 months of your coaching, depending on the product, depending on the timeline, you got the point. And don't move into the next step before you actually feel like this person is like just telling you with no pain, he's telling you, yeah man, I want to be so jacked, like I want to be 11% body fat, 10% body fat, 180 pounds, like mean, big and mean, like I want to be like that. Get him to tell the dream outcome. And he should be like so happy, like so visualizing, oh, life is going to be amazing. Imagine me making $5,000 a month, man. Understand that situation. And after that, we go to a little difficult parts of the process, which is creating pain, which is extremely important. So at this part, get them to feel how far away they are from the dream outcome that they want. They're so far away, that's why if they don't start taking action now, it's going to be really difficult to get and achieve what they want. Also, one more thing. Here, like this is a little psychological shit, and you have to understand this if you want to be a really good sales guy. Like if you want your closing percentage to be high, you have to understand this. There is no way around. As you realize, we just analyzed, understood where they are and where they exactly want to go. Right now they feel hype. Right now they feel so hype because they just told us their dream. And when people tell their dream, when people tell us where they want to be, they feel like they're already living that because they're sharing that with someone and they probably have never shared that in the past. Like they never talk to other people and say, for example, if you're a fitness coach, they never tell other people, oh bro, I'm gonna be like 10% body fat, I'm gonna be so like ripped and toned, like old girls are gonna like me, like that's my dream. Like people don't say this to other people. So when you're on the sales call, when they share these things to you, they will feel so hype. Most people, right, if they're starting a side hustle, if you are trying to do an online business, especially if it's coaching, most people will be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just do your job. But when this person says, oh bro, I want to achieve this much money, he probably doesn't tell this to other people. And because he doesn't tell this to other people, when he's sharing this with you, he's so hype, he loves it. And then what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do something a little evil, but what we're gonna be doing is, it's for the good basically, it's for this person to invest in themselves to solve the problem. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna create this huge gap between where they are and where they want to go. And they will feel like, yes, I want to achieve that result, bro, but it's so far away. It's so difficult. Like, how do I get there? And especially, how do I get there alone? Like, I don't think I can get there. Imagine this. The guy wants to be 180 pounds and lean, but he's right now 220 pounds and needs to lose 40 pounds of weight. What we do here is, we will make him feel like, okay, you want to go there, bro, but you're right now here. And it's a very difficult process. Like, there's so much gap in between. And he's like, oh, yeah. So that's the position we want to get to, okay? Number one, we want to first get the actual desire on why they want to achieve this. Here we will go a little more psychological and see what's the actual reason why they want to get jacked. See the actual reason why they want to become more productive. See the actual reason why they want to have a better mindset. You're a mindset coach. People come to you for mindset. But why do people need mindset, better mindset? Because they want to be better in their work. If they're better in their business, they'll make more money. Why do they want to make more money? Maybe they have a void they want to fill from their father and like their parents not treating him well, so he needs to prove his worth by being successful in the business. We will get literally that deep here. Okay, number one, get the actual desire on why they want to achieve this goal they just told you. And number two, get them to understand how far they actually are from that goal so that they feel like they need to take action now and they feel like they need help on this action as well. Okay, let's give the example. So fitness, they tell you all the goals and you ask, bro, okay, perfect, gotcha. Why is this so important to you? And the answer you might get might be because I never felt attractive to girls. That's why I want to feel attractive. Now, if you ask a lot of people, why did you go to the gym? Like, why did you get started going to the gym? Do you know what the answer is? Bro, we all fucking watched like Z's videos, David Late videos a couple of years ago where he was literally taking his shirt off, like all the girls were looking at him. That's why we fucking started going to the gym. Let's be fucking honest, right? And if you're talking to a guy, and this is going to be one of the things that he's going to say, right? This is one of the main dark desires that that person has. So you need to understand what the actual dark desire is so that you will attach your program to this dark desire. And if they want to fill this dark desire, they will feel like they have to buy your program. I know it's a difficult sentence, but basically, you will have to understand what their dark desire is. And then, bro, this is literally the secrets of sales. Bro, if you use this, it's kind of evil, but it works basically. What you do is you get the absolute reason, the dark desire that this person has, and you attach that to the thing that you're selling. And you get them to realize, hey bro, if you buy this thing, it is guaranteed for you to fulfill your dark desire. And that's how you can get people to pay an absurd amount of money for programs. Why? Because when you give them a guarantee, you will 100% get there. They see it as a final way of finally getting their dream dark desire. And generally, those dark desires, if people want them to be fulfilled, they're ready to spend as much money as they need. That's it. Like the sales goal basically is for you to understand their dark desire and connect it with the thing you're selling so that they emotionally feel a little manipulated. But you do this not because you're a bad person. You do this because you want to actually change that person's life. Okay? That's a very thin line, very thin line. It's basically you're doing this because of the fact that you want to help this person. Now, after they tell you, because I never felt attractive for girls, I want to finally feel attractive. I've been fat for so long. Like, I have to change this. I feel terrible about my current situation. We want them to experience the pain here. We want them to feel like they're struggling here. Okay? So here's what you say. I absolutely feel you, brother. Looks like you're very far away from your goal. This is your current situation, and the last 6 months, when you were going alone towards this goal, you didn't make much of a progress. Do you think you need help here? We get them to realize that they need to take action now, fast, and even when they're taking action now, if they go alone, they probably won't make it. So they need you on their job, on their journey as well. Productivity. Why is it important to you? Like, why do you want to be so productive? I want to prove my parents and wife that I'm not a lazy piece of shit. You won't even believe me, like I did so much productivity coaching. There's so many dark desires behind wanting to be productive. Most of them are people don't feel like they're good enough. And that comes from how they were treated when they were a kid. Maybe they have an insane level of like wanting to desire to like compete. And that comes from also place of not feeling like they deserve something if they're not the best at it, right? If they're not the most successful in the classroom, if they're not the most successful in their peer group, like they feel like they don't deserve anything. It's like, I used to sell productivity programs so easy, bro. Because I would literally dive deep into their dark desire and I'd be like, yeah, bro, here, that's what we solve here. Like, and they would be emotionally connected to me so much that they would feel terrible if they didn't buy. Now, it sounds a little bad when I say that, but elite sales guys, this is what they do. This is literally what they do. And if there are so many shitty programs out there, if you use this for your good program because your product is amazing, then you'll actually do some good in the world. Okay? So why is it important to you? And I used to get like, why is it important to you? Because I got in one sales call, a girl who told me, because I finally want my parents to think I'm a good person. I'm someone who is deserving of their love. That's why she wanted to be more productive. She wanted to get more things done. It's that deep. So here your job is to ask, why, one level deeper why, until you get to the core desire. So, for example, I've been unproductive for so long, like I have to change this. I feel terrible about my current situation. I absolutely feel you, brother. But looks like you've been very far away from that goal. Like this is your current situation. And for the last 6 months, when you were going alone towards this goal, you didn't make much of a progress. Do you think you need help here? Bro, it's so carefully designed, I'm not gonna lie to you. So the next example, growing an online business, right? So why do you think this is important to you, man? Because I am in a job that I hate, and I wanna quit that job and start becoming more free. And then I ask, why is being free so important to you? And most people first in the beginning, like they struggle, they can't give an answer. And then they go, because I have so many things in my life that I wanna do. And when I look into this situation, if I'm just in this job, there is basically no way I'll ever do those things. And that's the most situation for most people. Imagine this. What's the highest level you can go at your job? Like if you're working a shit job, bro, here's the problem. Like you'll get like 5% more next year, 10% more next year. But like that's going to get eaten out by inflation. And if you see the economic state of the world, even though you are working at the same job, you'll be always poorer the next year, because inflation is always faster than the raise you get. So you have to find a way out. Dude, why the fuck do you think I started this online business? I was a really good student. I was one of the best students in my country, literally like numbers wise, not like a fucking boast. If you look at the numbers, I was ranked like top 400 in my country, and there's like a million students in my grade. I come from Turkey. I came to Germany, one of the best universities in Europe. Why the fuck did I start this online business? Why am I doing this now? I know even if I get the top grade in my university, graduate from there, I go get a consulting job. The consulting job in Germany is going to pay you like $5,000, $7,000 a month. And that's like a good life. That's a not bad money actually in Germany. $5,000-7,000. I make more than that now. I make every single month for the last couple of months. For the last 6 months, I made more than that every month. That I don't see a future there. That's why I'm doing this. And the people who come to you who want to make money online, they don't see a future in what they want to do. They don't see a future in their jobs, even though they might be like working an okay job like an engineer. Engineers fucking get 3 months, 3,000, 4,000 euros a month in Germany. And Germany is a good like, I would say, economy. Why is this so important to you? Because I'm in a job that I hate and I want to quit that and I want to start becoming more free, right? I've been poor and I've been working jobs that I hate for so long. I have to change this. I feel terrible about my current situation. I hate having to drive to work 1 hour in the morning and having to commute back 1 more hour in the evening. The bus is always so crowded. The subway is so crowded. You're with the other people who also hate their jobs. No one is fucking smiling. It's the depressing shit I've ever seen. Yeah. What you say is, I absolutely feel you, brother. But looks like you're kind of far away from that goal. This is your current situation. You are now here. But in the last 6 months, even though you wanted to build this business, right, alone, when you were going alone towards your goal, you didn't really make a lot of progress. Do you think you need some help here? And they'll be like, and then after this, you are in the position where they accept that they need your help. Now, if they can afford the help, they will still give you objections. If they can afford the help or not, that's a question, right? But they accept that they need your help, which is extremely important, all right? So what I asked them is, why do you think right now is the time to take action to solve this pain? Why not be fat, poor, unproductive for 6 more months? I tell people literally this on the call. Hey, bro, like, you want to build this business now. That's why you came here, but why not like fuck around for another 6 months, then do this? And then they go, bro, no, I can't do that. Like, I want to provide for my family. I want to like make more money so I can take my girlfriend out more. I want to, finally get out of this job. Like, people tell me all of these things. So they are selling themselves on why they should take action now. That means when it comes to objection handling, they won't tell you it's not the right time because they're right now saying it is the right time. And they won't be telling you, I need to think about it, because they know they have been wasting time for a long time, that they need to fucking take action now. Okay? So sales is actually, in the beginning, if you just use a script, even if we use the same script, our closing rate is going to be wildly different. Because I know, looking at this person, I know the possible objections they might have. So I'm going to be asking questions to not have those possible objections beforehand. I'm going to say, if this person works in a full-time job, you'll go through this entire thing. And after that, you come to objections. The objection is going to be, but bro, I don't have the time to build this business. What I'll do is, I realize this guy is going to the gym, as well as he has a full-time job, which means he's probably pretty busy. If I'm going to make him an offer where he needs to spend 10, 15 hours building his business, I will ask before I make the offer to him. I'll be like, hey bro, if this is so important to you, do you think you have the 10, 12 hours a week to build this business? He's going to be like, yeah, bro, I 100% have, because I haven't told him the price of everything, right? He's going to be like, yeah, I 100% have the time, bro. I have the time. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm working my job. I'm going to the gym and stuff. But on the weekends, I'm free. Like, I'll just work 7 hours each day. On the weekends, I work like 15 hours already. And then when I make the pitch, when I give the price, when I make the offer, he can't say, oh, but bro, I don't have the time, because he said he has the time. I will look at the objections that will come up beforehand, and I will ask them around here so that he actually sells himself to it. For example, here I will ask them literally, why do you think right now is the right time to take action on this, bro? Why not fuck around for 6 months? And they'll tell me, because bro, I've been procrastinating for so long, I absolutely have to get started. Like, I just don't want to be wasting more of my time. And when they tell me I don't want to be wasting more of my time, what do you think happens? They don't give me the objection of I need to think about it. Because I tell them, bro, you've been thinking about this for 6 months, that's why you're here. So sales is literally just psychology, and if you understand human psychology, and if you know how to go around things, and it all just takes practice, by the way. It all just takes practice. Even though you might have this video and my objection handling video on YouTube for free, you watch these, you know how to take a sales call, you know how to objection handle. In the first couple of times you'll suck, and slowly but surely you'll get better, okay? Now, and then we go to understanding the gap. Now, understanding the gap, this is the only part of the sales call where you actually don't tell anything to the prospect. This is something you're thinking about in the background of your mind. So before you get into the next step, which is summary and testimonials, which we'll get to very soon, you need to understand the following points. You need to have really understood where they are, point A, right? Where they want to go, point B, the reason why they're not already at point B, as well as the desire they have, the dark desire that they have, why they want to actually achieve this goal, and on top of it, if you can actually help them get there. And if you think you can help them, we're going to make them an offer. But if we don't think we can help them, by the way, we're not going to make them an offer. We're just going to give them some free advice and get them to leave the call, because we don't want to sell to people who are not the best fit. Okay? So here's the thing. If you feel like you still have questions, ask them. Before you show any testimonials, before you get to the sales conversation, ask them all the questions that you have. Point A, point B, why they're not there already, with the dark desire they have. If you feel like there's a part of the conversation where you are not fully understanding because you haven't dived deep into it enough, go do it. Because when you start to show testimonials and stuff, it's kind of a little too late. And at this point, the person needs to feel like you understand him or her like so well. Like this person needs to feel like you're understanding that person incredibly well. Why? Because they finally shared things they never shared to pretty much like anyone else. Why? Because people don't talk about these things, especially dark desires. People don't talk about these things to other people, okay? After you understand the gap and you can actually fill the gap for them, you can be the bridge for the gap, then you move into the next thing. And the next thing is summary plus testimonials. Now, when it comes to this, what I do is after I crack everything, I kind of like to do a summary of the goal. I literally say, hey man, it's been an incredible conversation so far. It's been like literally 37 minutes that we're here. And I want to kind of like summarize what we talked about so far. So currently, you are here struggling with A, B, and C, and you want to go to point B. And the point B is this X, Y, and Z result that you want to get. And the things that are holding you back are these things. And the dark reason why you want to achieve this goal is basically this. Is that correct? Did I miss something? Yeah, exactly. Those are the things that I'm struggling with. Those are the exact correct things. Perfect. And then I move on to my testimonials. Now, before I show my testimonials, the reason why we get started with testimonials is simply because I don't want to make an offer to people without them having insane conviction that what I do is actually working. So if I just make my offer here, which you can, some people do, the problem is the prospect has the pain, we solve that, but the prospect doesn't have enough confidence that you will be actually delivering the results that they want. That's why you need to go through a couple of good testimonials, people who are just like them, who got the dark desire that they wanted. Literally, I had one client and he was teaching guys how to talk to girls. And in the end, he literally showed testimonials of his students, people who couldn't talk to girls, right? Guys who couldn't talk to girls, and then they got into a relationship. They had like 2 girlfriends and stuff. When he was showing that, now the prospect thinks, bro, this fucker can definitely help me. Like this guy can definitely help me. That's the point you want to get to. If I showed you all of my testimonials, I have like this PDF, which we'll go over. The moment I finish that PDF, it's like, it takes me like 7 minutes to go through all of my results. The guy goes, like, this guy 100% could help me. Like, look at this. Look at all of these results. It would be unreasonable for this guy to not be able to help me. Okay? So, also, the reason why we get started with testimonials before we make an offer is simply because the transition between the summary to an offer is a little harsh. That's why I do a first testimonials, then I make an offer. So, before I make a testimonial, before I show my testimonials, that's what I say. So bro, what I do is I get people in their dream shape in 6 months. Now, I don't sell fitness, example of fitness. So bro, what I do is I get people in their dream shape in 6 months. And after talking to you for the last 36 minutes, I think you'll be an amazing fit. I think we can easily get you to lose 30 pounds in 6 months, the dream outcome, and get you to the best shape of your life. Now, would you like to see other people I worked with and the results that they got? When you say this, you basically request permission to make a screen sharing and then show them the testimonials you've got. I've never had someone who said no to this. You will get a lot of people who will tell you no to your offer, but they'll be like, bro, I don't want to buy something. You don't have to make an offer to me. But people never say, don't show me your testimonials. People never say that. Another example for productivity. So bro, what I do is I get people to triple their productivity in 3 months. And after talking to you for the last 36 minutes, and when I do this, I literally look a little bit up, so I'm making it look like I look at the clock. And I think you've been an amazing fit to work with me. I think we can easily get you to have a consistent morning and evening routine and completely defeat procrastination. Would you like to see some other people I worked with and what are the results they got? growing an online coaching business, what I do now. So bro, what I do is I get people to build an online coaching business that scales up to $5,000 a month. And after talking to you for a while, I think you'd be an amazing fit. I'm not saying to say this, I think you'd be an amazing fit. I think we can easily get you to scale up to $5,000 a month, even though you're a beginner. Would you like to see some other people I worked with and the results they got, the money they made, where they were? Is that something that you're interested in? Okay, and then I share my screen and show my presentation. Now, when I'm sharing my screen, what I would suggest to you guys is create a PDF of all of your testimonials. I used to have like a website, but then sometimes internet is a little slow. So when I'm opening the website and stuff, it becomes a little laggy. So I have a PDF that is, I think, 10, 15 pages that go over like a lot of results, like result of people who were top rank, 0 to 15K Stan, 2 to 10K Liam, 0 to, I think, 2 to like 13K. Like I have all of these results I showed to them, right? And they feel like now, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. So have it ready, have it literally on your desktop in a place where you can easily find. And then the moment you say this, the moment you got the permission from them, share your screen, now you're showing the testimonials. The reason why we show testimonials first is transition to a sale without looking salesy, as well as building so much confidence in them that what we do actually fucking works, okay? And then we go to the sale. Hey bro, from looking at the results that I got for other people, do you think this could help you too? I don't say them, hey bro, I think this would help you too. I don't give that sentence. I get them to say it. I get them to say, I have a problem and I think what you do will help. These are all small things, but when you add these small psychological things together, bro, that's when you can differentiate someone who's really good at sales versus someone who is average, who's closing 20%, 25%, versus someone who's closing 60, 65%, okay? So what I literally do is after I show testimonials, while I'm stopping to share the screen, I literally say, hey bro, from looking at all the results and the testimonials I showed you, do you think this would help you too? And if they say, yeah bro, this would help me too, and by the way, most people don't say this would help me too, most people say, bro, this is amazing, like this would literally solve my absolute problem. And the moment they say this to you, after the price, they also can't tell you, I don't think this is a good fit. A lot of people come up with this objection, I don't think this is a good fit, bro. Why? I don't think this is a good fit. But after they say, yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for, this is an amazing solution to my problem, looks like you helped a lot of people, how the fuck are they going to say, I need to think about it, this is not a good fit for me? They can't. We are diffusing the objection bombs before we get into the sale. And after that, if they say yes, then we continue. And then what I say is, I think you'd be a great fit to work with me, and I think I can easily get you to the dream outcome. That's why I would love to make you an offer. Now, would you like to hear how I would get you to the dream outcome, right? For example, this could be for you, would you like to hear how I would literally get you to lose 30 pounds in the next 3 months? Would you like to hear how I would triple your productivity in the next 3 months? Would you like to hear how I would start and scale your coaching business to $5,000 a month? And after you say this, they will tell you, yeah, I would love to hear about that, bro. I would love to hear about how you would do this. And after that, you make them your offer. Now, I was going to go through the entire offers thing here as well, but then I realized if I go through the entire offer thing, it's going to be very long, and it's not like two different things. Offer plus sales, it's a little different. So I will make an entire video on how to create your offer. Probably you read Alex Hormozi's book, amazing book, go read it, $100 million offers. And I'll be helping you how to essentially come up with your offer as a coach, a little more specifically. And here you make your offer. You tell them this is how many calls that we have. This is if there's a course, right? The community, the guarantee that you have, and what's the result of the average person that's working with you. I like to give this result because most people don't like to hear the top dogs you have, right? I got 2-3 people who crushed it, who made more money than me with my program, and I share those results, but they're not the average people. What do the average people get, right? The average people in 3 months, they go from 0 to 3K per month, but that's the average person. That's not the, the best guy that we have. So I get them through this, right? And then the moment I make the offer, in the very end, I tell them the price. But the moment I tell them the price, I shush. I tell them, and in total, it's going to cost you $2,000, bro. In total, it's going to cost you $5,000, $10,000, or $1,000, $500, whatever your program is, right? And then you shush. Whoever speaks first loses the deal. You shush, and then you hear what the prospect is going to say. There's going to be like a good deadly silence. And the other person is going to be like, oh, hello? Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes they're like, oh. After you say the price, the first sentences that will come out of your prospects' minds are going to be objections. It's too expensive, not the right time, gotta talk to my parents, gotta talk to this, I need to think about it, all of these things that will come up. And those are what we call objections. And if you want to be a really great salesman, if you want to be a killer sales guy, then you have to be able to get good at, really well at objection handling. That's why I made a video on the channel. It's again like a 1 hour full guide on how to handle the top 20 objections that you will get if you're selling a high-ticket coaching service. That video, as well as this video, these videos are videos people put in their paid programs because they want to, charge a lot of money for this. But no, I just don't give a fuck. I'll just put it away for free because I want to share everything I know for free so you can take it and go achieve the results that you want. And if you need still my help with the implementation, information is free everywhere, literally on this video, on other videos that we have. But if you want me to help you build this business literally one-on-one, if you want to be an online coach, then check out the links in the description. You can reach out to me as well. Now, after the person says the objections, now the objection handling begins. And you'll learn the objection handling from the other video that we have on the channel. It's probably posted like yesterday, a week ago, a week later, like you can find it easily, okay? So this is exactly step by step how you go and create a sales script that you follow. In the beginning, you'll be following the script a lot. You'll be like, oh, looking at it. But after a couple of calls, you will actually get so good that maybe not after a couple of calls, but our goal is for you to get so good that they never have to look back. You never have to look back at the script again. Nowadays, I open the script, but it's just for it to be there. I don't even look at it at all. I don't even look at my objection handlings. I just start the call. In the end, I see if that person is a good fit to work with me. If that person is a good fit, if I'm gonna 100% change his life, I make him an offer, I get him to close. And if I don't think it's a good fit, I just tell him, hey bro, I don't think we're a good fit. I would love to give you some advice for like 5 minutes, and I give you some free resources you can take and leave and work with them. But for the time being, we're not a good fit. You got the point, all right? Summary of the sales call. Where are they? Where do they want to go? There are some reasons why they're not there yet. So that's why we are here to bridge the gap in between. I hope you got value, bro, and I'll talk to you in the next one.